Good afternoon. Hi, my name is Christine Kingston, and I'm a grateful 3-year recovering addict. And I come to you to read to you the Day by Day by Hazelden, the Daily Reflections by Alcoholics Anonymous, and my new book from Miss Tanya Love, the Just for Today Daily Meditation. And she got me a brand new book because my poor book, what did I do with it? Oh, here it is. My poor book is falling apart. The pages are coming out and the binder's ripped. And thank you, Miss Tanya Love. Now I won't have to worry about getting on the wrong day anymore. And thank you so much. This really means a lot to me because this is my go-to book every day, and now we've got a new book with new, nice black and white writing, so maybe I can read it without my glasses. Now I can put my bookmark in it and bookmark that part of the day, but this is so lovely. Thank you very much, Miss Tanya. I really appreciate it. Books are always one on my #1 list because I live by these books, and these books are such a inspiration to my life. That's the reason why I read them to you guys. So with that being said, we're going to start off with June the 26th, listening by reading. If we don't listen to drug-free members of the program, we may not hear what it takes to stay clean and sober. Listening is not just confined to meetings. There is lots of literature that discusses our program and how to work it more effectively. The reading of books, magazines, and pamphlets can all be considered ways of listening. It is a real gift from our fellow addicts that so much listening is available to us. It is wise when we first come into the program to learn to keep our mouths shut and eyes and ears open. Am I well read on the program? Yes. Lord, help me learn to listen in all the ways made available to me today. And wow, that could not fit better in as a gift from a book from a dear friend. And listening is very important in our program because sometimes we have to learn how to be quiet and listen to what others have to say, because if we listen to others, then we might hear a message that we really needed to hear. And moving on to the Daily Reflections by AA, June the 26th, a gift that grows with time. For most normal folks, drinking means conveyedly companionship and colorful imagination. It means release from care, boredom, and worry. It is joyous intimacy with friends and a feeling that life is good. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 151, and that's out of the Big Blue Book. The longer I chased these elusive feelings with alcohol, the more out of reach they were. However, by applying this passage to my sobriety, I found that it described a magnificent new way made available to me by the AA program. It truly does get better one day at a time. The warmth, the love, and the joy, so simply expressed in these words, grow in breadth and depth each time I read it. Sobriety is a gift that grows with time. And yes, it is a gift that grows with time. You just can't get it back all at one time. We didn't get this way in one day. So just remember, it takes time, and time is what we have. So just remember that we need that time to recover, and it is possible. Okay, I just washed my hair, so it's everywhere. Now reading out of my new book, June the 26th, Surrendering Self-Will. Our fears are lessened and faith begins to grow as we learn the true meaning of surrender. We are no longer fighting fear, anger, guilt, self-pity, or depression. Basic text, page 27. And that's out of the Narcotics Anonymous book, the Black Book. And we call it the NA Bible. Surrender is the beginning of a new way of life. When driven primarily by self-will, we constantly wondered whether we'd covered all the bases, whether we'd manipulated that person just the right way to achieve our ends, whether we missed a critical detail in our efforts to control and manage the world. We either felt afraid, fearing our schemes would fail, anger or self-pity when they fell through, or guilty when we pulled them off. It is hard living on self-will, but we didn't know any other way. Not that surrender is always easy. On the contrary, surrender can be difficult, especially in the beginning. Still, it's easier to trust God, a power capable of managing our lives, than to trust only ourselves, whose lives are unmanageable. And the more we surrender, the easier it gets. When we turn our will and our lives over to the care of a higher power, all we have to do is our part as responsibly and consistently as we can. Then we can lead the results up to our higher power. By surrendering, acting on faith, and living our lives according to the simple spiritual principles of this program, we can stop worrying and start living. Just for today, I will surrender self-will. I will seek knowledge of God's will for me and the power to carry it out. I will leave the results in my higher power's hands. And that's what I've done with my hospital bed. That is something that has been griping at me for the past 2.5 months. I've been trying to get a hospital bed because my arthritis is so bad in my back that I'm having trouble getting up in the mornings. And I'm having to have help to bend at the waist. And I finally called them yesterday, and the process has started rolling. It's just been left up to my doctor to get back in touch with them, and hopefully by next week I will have it. I prayed to God to get me this bed, and so I would quit worrying, because I worry a lot, and I get anxiety whenever I worry. And I finally just gave up and said, you know, higher power, take this away from me, because it was bothering me so bad. I was having panic attacks because it's so uncomfortable to sleep in my bed. And sure enough, when I called yesterday, I found out that the ball had started rolling and I should have it by next week. And that is a wonderful achievement for me, to let go and let God handle my problem. And that's what I did, and I got results. Instead of sitting back and worrying about it anymore, I just let go. So with that being said, I'm going to close with the serenity prayer. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference just for today. And remember, guys, this is not the only thing I do. I do unboxings of several subscription boxes, and I have face masks Saturday night coming up. I should be home by then. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I also have a giveaway that's going on right now that ends July the 2nd at 11:59 p.m. And I will have that link down below in the description box along with the rules. And make sure you follow the rules, and please be publicly subscribed. If you are not publicly subscribed, I cannot enter you. So, this is my subscriber giveaway, and if you're not publicly known, then there's no way that I can tell. I can tell if you're not publicly subscribed. So, you know, I know that might sound kind of mean, but I don't mean for it to be that way, but that's the only way that a lot of us YouTubers do our giveaways, is by being publicly subscribed. So with that being said, I wanted to tell you a little bit about this piece of jewelry that I got right here. I received this from my mother a little while ago, because she took her cross back, and I can't find my Michael Anthony cross that I bought, and so I didn't have a cross to wear around my neck, and she bought me a new one, and it's such a lovely cross. I can see it in the video, and this is what my daughter gave me for my birthday, and of course it's got her birthstone in it, not mine, because she is an only child, so she's funny like that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I do have an unboxing coming up. I also still have my FabFitFun that's out there. I'm going to do a premiere on it today. So I will see you guys in my next video. Love you lots. Bye-bye.